Peace, peace. Shalom, shalom. Peace, love, light, and healing, family. How y'all doing? Peace, peace. Climb on in. Climb on in. Y'all see what we talking about and what we discussing today. We're going to talk about how all disease start in the gut. Y'all know Yaki always speaking about the gut, the digestive system, always speaking about absorption, utilization, and elimination. So I really want to show y'all how to truly, truly heal yourselves. The true key to healing is healing from the DNA. But in order to reach that DNA, you have to hit that gut. So we're going to talk about how all disease start in the gut. Y'all climb on in. We're going to get to it. For everybody that's been signing up to the website, all praises, all glory to Yahweh. A lot of people have been asking the question on why do you have to be a melanin member, gold member to actually purchase the geogenetics. And the reason why is we changed the protocol to our geogenetics. Now, geogenetics is so strong now that anybody that purchases our geogenetics herbal therapy have to be under our close watch, especially if you're not in our healing faculty out here. If you're not at the Yaki detoxification, you have to get signed up to your own portal. We have to assign you to your own room in the portal. You get one-on-one with the counselors in the portal. You'll be able to upload your blood work. If we need to go get you blood work from our blood analysis companies, then we send everything through that way. But it's constant communication and it's constant watch, because now y'all are on a therapy, a herbal therapy that is very, very, very potent and that is very, very, very strong. So for order to us to take all that time out of our day to make sure we got the right therapists talking to y'all, the right counselors talking to y'all, to make sure y'all following y'all diet plan right. If y'all got any questions that y'all need to get answered right away, everything is actually directed towards this so-called doctor portal, but it's an herbal portal. What we did was we just took a doctor's portal and turned it into a herbalist counselor portal. In order to have that type of access to us, it's a fee that come with it. So what we did, instead of charging y'all a fee just to be in constant contact with us, we just did, okay, if you sign up for the Melanin Gold membership and you buy a geogenetic therapeutic package, then you automatically get that portal sign up. That way we can monitor you while you own these potent herbs, because you're not in within our arm reach, just like people that's at the healing house. You at the healing house, I'm at the healing house every day. I can easily come by, check your blood pressure, check your blood sugar, make sure you all good. But if you are at home and you're doing the geogenetic therapy on your own and we shipping you the herbal products, then we're going to need constant communication with you. So why not just use that fee to compensate for being a Melanin Gold member for our time, than to be charging you to be a Melanin Gold member plus charging you for other features of the website or for different types of services that we offer. So it's very, very, very cheap, y'all. And that's the reason why, because we don't want you to just be able to come on a website, order the geogenetic therapy, then go home and not have no communication with us, and you on these strong herbs and you feel like you dying or you detoxing too fast, then you run to the hospital and then you mess up your cleansing, or I mean anything. So in order for us to really to dive deep into your cells and to heal you the right way, we rather that we had that communication, because there was a problem with us with the last website. Wasn't it a communication issue? Mm-hmm. We had all these people buying $1,000 of herbs and packages from HIV, cancer, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, and they all was healed, don't get me wrong, but the main issue that took so long for their healing was the communication. So that's the whole reason for the Yaki detoxification portal now. The portal fee for that is going to be that $25 a month. And not only it comes with your portal fee when you buy your geogenetic therapy, but it also comes with the Yaki TV, where you get all the cooking lessons for free. You get all the herbal lessons for free, all the mini documentaries for free. I mean, you get a lot of stuff that come with it. So I think it's more than a fair enough price. A lot of y'all, and ain't none of y'all been giving me no backlash and nothing for it. We just been having a lot of people ask, Yaki, why do I have to be a Melanin Gold member in order to view or purchase the geogenetic protocol of packages? And that's the reason why, because we literally need to be in constant communication with you, and that causes time, and y'all know that time costs money. We doing a whole lot of things. We healing the world right now, building storefronts, building restaurants and everything else. So that's the reason why. So not only would you have access to the portal to talk directly to us, our therapists, and our counselors, but you get everything else that comes with the membership anyways. So it's a win-win for you, to be honest. So I just wanted to put that out there before we actually started what we was talking about. All right. And the discount link was fixed, y'all. So the discount link was fixed. Probably not tonight, but tomorrow I send out a mass email through the website for all of y'all can get the discount code. And the discount is what, 15% off? And it is 15% off. So
you must purchase at least $50 worth in order.
Yeah, and you got to purchase over $50 worth of stuff, and you get 15% off. So all of that will be mailed out tomorrow. All right, let's get to it. All right, so look, I know what y'all see on here. We talking about all disease starts in the gut. All right, Yaki always talking about the gut. That's all I talk about, because the gut is one of the most important organs on the body other than the lymphatic system. But if y'all know my teachings, the gut and the lymphatic system is a part of the same exact system. So that's what I really want to talk about. I really want to talk about how to use the gut to heal, because that's the only way to truly heal the body is by way of the gut and the lymphatic system. In order to truly heal the body, you have to tap into the DNA. All right, that's the only way. Now, if anybody know me, they know my teachings. My teachings is that the body is made of 150 trillion cells. 100 trillion of them cells are microbiotas or microbe cells. 50 trillion of them cells belong to you, but they come from the dust. They come from the ground. That's what creates a whole human being, right? Well, if you look inside of 150 trillion cells, these cells have organelles, and these organelles are literally organs that exist inside of the cell. You have the Golgi apparatus, which acts like the lungs of the cells. That's literally the respiratory system inside of the cell. You have the mitochondria. The mitochondria is what you would call the digestive system of the cell. That's where the cell gets all of its ATP, ADP, and AMP. It's where it gets all of its glucofactors and carbon constituents like energy from. You see that? And then you have the ribosome. The ribosome is the reproductive organ of the cell. That's literally the wound in the vagina of the cell. And y'all gonna find that interesting, because when you look at cells, there is no cells that's masculine in principle. Every cell inside of the human vehicle, all 150 trillion of them, are feminine in principle. The reproduction process of the cell does not act like a penis at all. It literally acts like a vagina, and it acts like a wound that gives birth through the ribosome to new cells. So if we see that every cell inside the body have the exact organelles that you have inside your body, that means every cell that exists inside of you is a miniature you. These miniature cells, again, makes up organs. These organs, again, make up systems, and then these systems truly makes up your whole entire mechanism. So everybody asks, well, Yaki, you always saying that, and you always telling us that our cells die off and reproduce ourselves very quick. Like, for instance, your gut cells. Any cell that makes up the lining of your gut dies off and replaces itself within 3 days, right? Your liver, every cell in your liver dies off and replaces itself within 6 months to a year. Your skin cells die off every 15 days. That's why when you get in the tub, there's that ring around the tub. That's skin cells. That's why you have to use vacuum cleaners to make sure you're cleaning up your couches and vacuuming off your couches, because that's skin cell that is dying off. But notice you never see holes in your skin, but showing you that your body is constantly regenerating cells. That's why resurrection is real. Cellular regeneration is real. Your body do it every single minute of the day. You see that? So the whole question that's been getting asked to me lately, well, Yaki, if your bones replace themselves, if your blood cells replace themselves, if every cell in your body is constantly reproducing and replacing itself, then why am I still sick? And that's the reason what we're going to talk about. The reason why you're still sick is because you have not fixed the disease that started in your gut. All disease start in the gut. And in order to truly, truly heal the DNA, you must first heal the gut, because the gut is the only way that you're going to heal the DNA, because the only way to your DNA is by way of the gut, y'all. All right, it's by way of the gut. So if y'all ready for this, y'all ready for this information, type in some 9s and we're going to get this started. Type in some 9s and we're going to get this started. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Y'all in the building today. We got 408 people up in here. Y'all in the building today, I see. Y'all ready? Type in some 9s. Let's get this started. Let's get it started. And we got questions too. I'm gonna make sure I get to these questions before we get off the live, and I'm gonna answer some of y'all's too, because I know I ain't been able to answer some of y'all questions lately. All right. So let's talk about it. So whenever truly you're getting inside of the cells, whenever you look inside of a cell, all right, there is something called the nucleus of the cell, The nucleus stands for new sun because we are persons. We are percentages of the sun. I teach that we come from the sun. We're children of the sun. We are sky people. We literally are light body vehicles. That's what we are. We come from the heavens, not for earth. For instance, soul, the sole of your feet. They call you a person, right? Then you have something inside your cell called the nucleus, which means new sun. If you actually look this up and translate it from Greek. So inside of every 150 trillion cell of your body, including the mitochondria, I mean, not the mitochondria, but the microbiota. If you look inside that cell, there is a nucleus in the middle. If you pop open that nucleus, there will be something called a protein envelope. This protein envelope is protecting the chromosomes that's inside of the cell. Well, inside of these chromosomes, that's wrapped around these chromosomes, that's very, very close weaving around the chromosomes, is called the DNA. Now, in order to get to this DNA, you have to get to the gut. But I'm going to show y'all what's really causing us to be sick. And then we're going to reverse it and break down the gut to show you how to reverse any of your diseases. I don't care what disease it is, because whenever you're dealing with disease, you're dealing with the body. Whenever you're dealing with the body, you're dealing with two major fluids and cells, which is blood fluid, right? Lymphatic fluid. And then what? Your actual cells of your body. Now, remember, the blood actually feeds the cells of the body. The lymphatic system fluid moves and cleanses the cells of the body. Your nervous system actually interacts through melanin neurotransmitters to communicate with the cells of the body. So we are diving into the cell. Let's act like we just got a magnifying glass and we looking in on the cell, all right? First thing I'm going to see is I'm going to see mitochondria. I'm going to pass up the mitochondria. I'm going to see the Golgi apparatus. I'm going to pass up the Golgi apparatus, and then I'm finally going to get to the nucleus of the cell. When I open up the nucleus of the cell, I'm going to see a protein sleeve envelope. And that's how we've been figuring out how to heal. If you can remove the protein sleeve envelope, you can get to the chromosomes. The chromosomes actually look like these little H-shaped things that's inside of the nucleus or the new sun. Wrapped around these chromosomes would be your DNA. And then inside of the DNA, you have something called histones. But we're going to talk about that during my seminar. What I want to talk about today is the DNA. Now, what is the DNA made up of? Your DNA is literally your genome code for your body. Inside of every cell, 150 trillion cells inside each of these cells. When you go into the nucleus and you find the DNA, which is wrapped around these chromosomes, right? If you look, it's nothing but information. This information is going to tell you whether you have blue eyes, whether you have brown eyes, whether you have green eyes. It's going to tell you if you're going to have bald spots, if you're going to have thinning hair, if you're going to have black hairs, your hair going to be long. It's going to tell you it's going to be short, it's going to be tall. It's going to tell you your weight. Is you going to be big, is you going to be small. Literally the blueprint that makes up your vehicle, not you, but your vehicle. Because remember, it's nothing but information. You are more than information. You are cosmic conscious. So we just talking about the things that make the anatomy of your body. This is actually inside of your DNA. Now, if you come out perfectly healthy, it's supposed to be that your DNA keeps repeating the same thing and sending out these RNA, which is a replica of your DNA, which goes inside of the ribosome and then birth the new cell. But what is happening where you come into sickness and disease at? Well, this is what's happening. Everything that you eat, family, I don't care what it is. Like it's this coconut that I'm drinking. Guess what I'm drinking inside of this coconut? I'm drinking my phosphates. I'm drinking my my phytonutrients or my photons or my minerals and amino acids. When I drink these things, it goes into my stomach. When it goes into my stomach, it has to break down. Once it breaks down all these complex sugars and all these complex amino acid proteins. It breaks them down to simple amino acids, or it breaks the polysaccharides, which is the complex sugar. It breaks them down into simple sugars. That is what my body is taking in by way of my gut. Nothing else. Even if we're going to say that you have amylase that's produced inside of the mouth, and it can go straight into the bloodstream, and the bloodstream will carry it to the cells. That's true. But the gut starts at the mouth. Everybody think the gut is just this. This is not just the gut. The entire gut is this right here. This is the entire gut. Notice that the entire gut starts in the mouth. Then it goes down to the esophagus. Then it passes the cardiac sphincter and goes into the stomach. And then from the stomach, it comes out. And then it goes into the duodenum. And then from the duodenum, it goes to the jejunum. From the jejunum, it goes to the ileum. From the ileum, it goes to the cecum. The cecum goes up into the ascending colon, the transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. You see that? All the way down to the rectum, out to the anus. Your gut literally covers every space of your body. other than your legs. And the particular crazy thing about this is a lot of people are not doing enough studying. When you truly get into true study of the gut, the way the gut started off in the embryo. An embryo is basically what becomes a fetus. The fetus becomes an infant. The infant becomes a baby. That baby grew up to be me and you, right? Now, if you look at the embryo is right when it hatches out of that egg, basically, and the egg starts turning into a human-looking like structure. But before it turns into that human-looking like structure, notice they have a tail, gills, and everything, showing you that true evolution is in the womb of a woman, of a black woman. Evolution don't exist outside of the womb. True evolution, where we start changing and looking like reptilians and looking like seahorses. I mean, if you look at that fetus in the embryo development, you go through so many different types of transformations in the womb, it will blow your mind. And we got plenty of knowledge on that as well. But notice what happens. The first thing that literally gets developed inside of the fetus, inside of this embryo, is the nervous system by way of heartbeat and the central nervous system, of what they will call this primitive gut tube. Now, this primitive tube is literally a part of the nervous system, but this primitive gut tube is right on along the nervous system. Them are the two things that grow first if you actually study embryology, right? Notice that the gut grows right alongside itself of the nervous system. And everybody wants to point out the central nervous system being the brain, but we never want to talk about this primitive tube that is there existing when this brain and this nervous system is being created within the embryo. The primitive gut tube is being created too at the same exact time. Now, the crazy thing that I find when studying this stuff, notice that the primitive gut tube, it fits the whole lining of the embryo and of the fetus. It fits the whole lining. And the more and more the fetus grow, the more and more this tube grow. The tube grow longer and longer. Now, guess what? That tube breaks down into three parts, right? You have something called the foregut or the foretube, right? This will be from the mouth all the way down right here to the cardiac sphincter before it goes into the stomach. Now, guess what grows from this gut tube inside the embryo? Something called lung respiratory bulbs. So you telling me that the lungs are a byproduct of the gut? Yes, it is. Something called the thyroid gland. So you telling me the thyroid is literally an extension of your gut? Yes, it is. Without the gut, guess what won't exist? Your lungs would not exist without your gut. Your thyroid would not exist without your gut. We can keep going. The thymus gland. Oh, hold on. Ain't the thymus gland is what deals with my T cells? Yes, it is. So you telling me you would not have a thymus gland without the gut? No, you wouldn't. And look, we are not even all the way down here. We just dealing with the foregut, or what you would call the forebrain, which means the beginning to the gut, which start in the mouth. Oh, damn, I wouldn't have a tongue either. Isn't a tongue a part of your gut?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have a tongue without your gut. You wouldn't have lungs without your gut. You wouldn't have a thymus gland without your gut. You wouldn't have a thyroid gland or a parathyroid gland without your gut, because all of it is growing from this ectoderm and mesoderm skin inside of the embryo. Now that's amazing. So that means if anything is wrong with my lungs, then what problem is that, y'all? That would be a gut problem. Anything wrong with my tongue, like my breath is stinking, what would that be? A gut problem. Even speech problems have something to do with the gut. Huh? We can go down. Anytime I have a thyroid metabolic process going on, where my thyroid is hyperactive or overly active, or hypoactive, guess what it's dealing with? The gut. Because the gut, this primitive tube that was created when you was an embryo, when you was moving through the fallopian tubes and finally hit on that cervix wall to start growing, right inside that placenta, that's the thing that created all these other organs. It was all from the gut first. Now, that's just the foregut. We ain't even talked about the meso or the midgut yet. Now, the meso or the midgut, guess what that give rise to? Your intestines. Things like this. Not only your intestines, but your spleen, your pancreas, your liver. So hold on. The liver is a byproduct of the gut? Yes, it is. Without the gut, it will be impossible for you to grow a liver or a gallbladder or a pancreas or a spleen, because these organs grow from the gut. Look this stuff up if y'all think I'm lying. So if you have a spleen problem, guess what you have? You have a gut problem. If you have a pancreas problem, guess what you have? You have a gut problem. If you have a liver problem, guess what you have? You have a gut problem. We can keep going because there's other things that the guts create. Now, did you know that this same primitive tube that is the gut actually creates your kidneys? Oh, Y'all ain't want to hear that because that's all y'all keep talking about. It's kidney filtration because that's directly connected to the adrenal glands. Oh, man. I forgot the gut created the adrenal glands too. Do you want to keep going? That's just the mesogut, or what they call the midgut. So we already explained the foregut. We just explained the midgut. There's more things I can talk about there, but we're going to use that for the seminar. And then there's something called the hindgut. The hindgut starts from right here and goes all the way down to the anus. Guess what that creates? Yes, your vagina and your penis, the gonads. So hold on. All of my glandular highway is produced and it's a byproduct of my gut. That's deep. That's deep. Now we see what's happening with sickness and why Hippocrates said that all disease start in the gut. It makes more sense. And he ain't even know this information. He just knew when you change your eating and you start eating better, then I notice disease leave. Well, why is that? That's because the only way to true DNA reversal or to true cellular regeneration by way of the DNA is through the gut. Because the whole gut, this entire gut makes up your whole body. Notice that. It literally starts right here and ends at my anus. That covers most of my body, don't it?
Yep.
And then look, this gut tube creates all of your major organs. Notice why all of these things are a part of the gut. Only thing they missing is the lungs. Everything else is here. So before we start breaking this down, type in some nines if y'all understand. Because look, we finna go in on this. We finna go in on this. Now we understand why I call the gut the true brain. It makes up most of your body. And look, the crazy thing about this, so when you actually start getting into the mesoderm, the ectoderm, and the endoderm, these are the three cells or skins that your whole entire body is created of, right? Only certain parts of your body have one or the other. Guess what's created with all three? The gut. That's the only organ, because the gut is his own system organ in itself, because it's made with so many things. That's the only organ that's made with every individual skin and cell of your body. You can't grab your hair without affecting your gut. You can't brush your teeth without affecting your gut. Everything you do with your entire body affects your gut, because your gut is what grew your entire body. That's why it's damn near 30 to 45 feet long when you pull it out and stretch it out. Why you think it's so damn long? Because it covers all of your body, all the major components of your body. So wouldn't that be the first thing that you pay attention to if you're trying to heal? Because that's the only way that you're going to absorb all these phytonutrients anyway, whether it be liquids and alcohol by mouth, whether it goes down the esophagus and hit that time capsule you want to call the stomach to stir up sodium bicarbonate and pepsin, and your pepsin create this hydrochloric acid to break down your polypeptides, to break them down into simple amino acids, and then the microbes or the villi inside of your stomachs, these villi fingers, pick it up. Guess where it's taking it to? Into the blood. Then the blood actually distributes this phytonutrients or these nutraceuticals throughout the body, giving it to each individual cells. Well, guess what? That transportation is not happening if you don't have a gut or if your gut is compromised. So how can I reach the DNA if my bridge way to the DNA, which is my gut, is fucked up? You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible, family. It's impossible. Now, the reason why I'm speaking about this is because true healing starts in the gut, because all disease starts in the gut. Do you realize that most of your blood supply is in the gut? Most of your lymph nodes are in the gut. Most of your lymphatic fluid is in the gut. Most of your intrinsic nervous system is in the gut. See, I mean, we can talk about the gut all day. 3 to 6 pounds of your mitochondria, which is 150 trillion cells. 6 pounds of that is in your gut. In your gut, nowhere else, in your gut. Look up the good bacteria, the bifidobacterium bacteria, the lactobacillus bacteria. Guess where that's at? In the gut. The true brain is the gut. The central nervous system is the gut. Why you think you're feeding it? If you look at your whole entire body and the makeup and how Yahweh created it, it's a food processor. That's what it does. Notice everything about your body is to process food and get the little bitty phytonutrients and biophotons and light cold frequencies from the food, for you can burn energy, for you can experience the reality that you created. Because this is your creation, God. You created this. You're moving and experiencing your creation. Huh? Yes, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ, that he thought it not robbery to be equal to who? God. You're experiencing your creation. But you can't do none of that if your gut is not in check, y'all. Right? Now, let's see how this go. So you eat something, right? Let me show you this. Hold on. I want to draw a DNA real fast. Let me see if I still got my drawing skills. All right, this is my DNA. Now, let me get a marker. I want to show them something. Real quick.
Okay.
If y'all keeping up with me so far, type in some nines. Yep, this will work. All right, I ain't drawing on y'all questions. The questions on this side, I'm drawing on the back. I want to show y'all something. So DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, right? Or what they call the double helix. And this is truly what the DNA look like. This is what the DNA look like, y'all. All right. Now, these right here is what you would call polysaccharides or sugar backbones that makes up these two strands of your DNA. Okay. Now, it's something that goes inside of the DNA. I'm going to draw that out too. Because remember, inside of each cell, you have a nucleus, or it's called the new sun. When you open up that protein envelope and you go, you're going to see chromosomes. What's wrapped around these histones and chromosomes is hundreds of thousands of miles of DNA with all embedded code, libraries. Yes, a library called the Akashic Records. Every language in existence already exists inside of your DNA. You don't learn a new language, you remember languages. Every event that happened in your lifetime or in the world's lifetime, every history that happened since the beginning of time, it's already inside your DNA. The beginning, the middle, the end, and the past. How you think priests are able to prophesy? They're tapping into their DNA by way of the Ruach HaKodesh, or what we're going to call the Prama. You see that true energy. If you can really open up your meridians and get that melanin flowing right, you can tap into your library. It's already within you. Everybody want to research and read books. It's in you. You have so much DNA. They call it junk DNA. You ain't even activated and tapped into it yet because you don't know how to activate it because you ain't eating right. And I'm finna show you how to do it now. So look, this is deoxyribonucleic acid. Right here is the sugars. Right? Now, remember, I always talk about fruits because fruits is full of sugars, fructose and glucose. Well, that's what the backbone of DNA is made of in this double helix, two strands. This is nothing but many sugars, right? Now, what's in the middle of it is more information. We're going to call these amino acids. Let me draw these amino acids. Right? Now, y'all see these lines. The lines that's inside of the DNA are amino acids. You see that? Guanine right here. Cysteine right here. Tyrosine right here. These are all amino acids. So the amino acids are what you would call the building blocks. So this one might have information for an eye. This one might have information for a leg cell. This one might have information for a bone cell. But notice they have to go together in a certain frequency, and they have to stick on to these phosphate backbone, right? So far we got sugars that make up the DNA. We have amino acid that makes up a DNA. Well, what makes the DNA stick together? These are called minerals. So we're gonna draw the minerals. I'm gonna make them look like dots. Show y'all the minerals that's keeping the DNA together. And I think y'all know where I'm going by now. Y'all know where I'm going by now. All right, so now we got minerals. These are the minerals that are holding the DNA together. Y'all see that? The little dots are the minerals. So we got vital minerals, we got amino acids, and we got glucose, and we got fructose. That's what makes your DNA, and it's full of light code information. Now, what point is Yaki getting to? Right? Now, everything that you eat is supposed to have these components to rebuild your DNA. So what happened if one day you want to go in and you want to eat a McDonald's hamburger, right? And then McDonald's hamburger is missing fructose. And fructose make up this whole backbone. So what's going to happen to that? I'm just going to just cross it out. So now I got a big old glitch inside of my DNA. So now information is not being transferred properly because I got a damn gap inside of it because I want to eat McDonald's and I don't want to eat an apple. Say one day you wanted to go barbecue some pork chops. Pork chops don't come with no minerals, by the way. So we're going to take out minerals. Now I'm missing a major mineral, which is arginine, to build new cells. So now the day before I just had a hamburger. That was missing my sugar, my fructose. So that just totally interrupted my DNA. Then the next day, I wanted to barbecue some damn pork chops, which cut off your spiritual connection with the cosmos and with Yahweh, by the way. You see that? And that's missing a major mineral, which is calcium, which is and let's do magnesium. And you need these things to do over 6,000 different things to the nervous system in the body. So now what happens is, remember that rebirthing process inside of the cell? The RNA is going to take a picture of the DNA, but the DNA is fucked up because you're not eating right. So it's taking a messed up replicant copy of this DNA. It's going to take it to the ribosome, and then it's going to birth this messed up cell. Because remember, the cell is created off the blueprint. The blueprint comes from the nucleus, which is inside of the DNA. The DNA is inside of histones wrapped around chromosomes that's inside of the nucleus of the cell. So now the ribosome of the cell is birthing new messed up cells because you never replaced the body with what it needed, which was the right simple amino acids, which was the right simple sugars and the vital trace minerals that it needed. The only way that you can get any of these amino acids into you, any of these simple sugars into you, any of these trace minerals into you is by way of the what? The gut. Any questions so far? I think school was in session real quick. Yeah. Any questions so far?
Preview of the.
Yeah, this is what we basically. This is what I'm gonna go over just in extensive detail when I get into when we get to Mississippi. Extensive detail. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. Type in some nines. See, this is true healing. This ain't none of that bullshit that these other fake herbalists or these doctors be trying to teach y'all. This is true healing. True healing is on a DNA, a cellular, intracellular DNA level. And the only way to get to that DNA is inside of the gut, family. There is no other way. Whether we talking about the mouth or going up through the anus. Everybody, you need a colonic. You still going into the gut because the anus is a part of what? The gut. I'm glad y'all got that. I'm glad y'all got that. So that's just something that we're going to really be talking about when we get to Mississippi, man. We're going to break it all the way down, man. The presentation's so dope. So whenever you eating something, remember that. Am I eating something that's missing a mineral? Because minerals are converted into salts. Salts, it literally dissolves the mucous membrane and it brings on a calcified reaction. And that's what actually mixes your amino acids to this sugar phosphate backbone. So without salts or minerals being converted to salts, you have no glue to hold your DNA together. Without amino acids, you have no building blocks or information to build new cells like fingernail cells, eyelashes, eyelids, teeth, bones, and any of that. So in order to truly regenerate or resurrect this DNA, you have to eat the proper foods. And the only way you can eat the proper foods, you have to have the right digestion. After you have the right digestion, which is healing the digestive system or the gut, then you have to have the proper absorption. Whenever you do have that proper absorption due to the mitochondria, I mean, not the mitochondria, but the microbiota, which is picking up all these phytonutrients and putting it to the blood capillaries and then distributing it to the cells through the blood, then you have to have the right utilization. None of your adrenal glands all day. Without down adrenal glands, you're not utilizing any of the phytonutrients. That's why we see people that are very, very jaundice, or people that got bilirubin, or people that got gout, because you're not utilizing the calcium that's in your body because your adrenal glands ain't working. You're not utilizing the iron phosphate that's inside your body because your adrenal glands is not working. Your adrenal glands is what's in control of your mineral utilization, whether it be cortisol, corticosteroids, your sugars, your steroids. All these things are utilized by the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands don't only utilize your hormones and your steroids and your sugars, but they also on control of your kidneys and your nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, things that run on automatic. You breathing, your respiratory system, which is a part of the gut. You see that? Your digestive system, which is the gut. Your heart pump, your heartbeat, which stems from the gut. Everything that I'm talking about, it stems from that gut, y'all. So if you can heal the gut, you can heal the body. But you got to get that lymphatic system moving. But what bursts the lymphatic system, y'all? Ding, ding, the gut. Hey, man, we need to write a book on the gut.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm writing a book on the gut. Hey man, these doctors is not teaching y'all. Look, you won't learn this type of stuff in school. That's why your gut is the brain. And just remember that you have your foregut, you have your meso mid gut, and you have your high gut. These are the things that create all the organs inside of your body. So when the next time you eat some food, make sure that it have all the proper constituents and minerals that you need, which is your trace minerals, which is what we're going to call your electrolytes that get converted into salts by the body. And these salts act as glue because they literally dissolve mucus. And when it dissolves mucus become very, very sticky. And then calcium comes in and then it calcifies. That's what makes your DNA so hard. Sometimes they use a little bit of hydration. I ain't gonna act like H2O don't play a major part and carbon don't, because it do. But your main constituents will be your minerals, your electrolytes, your salt. And then what happens is they have a positive and a negative charge on them. Anybody know in chemistry, positive and negative attract in chemistry is called magnetism. That's what's holding these things together, or electrolytes, or your minerals that are converted into salts. Everything that make up the DNA make up you. You have to replace these things by eating. So if you eating shit that's not food, then guess what? You're going to have all types of gaps in your DNA. And you wonder why your hair falling out. You wonder why you swollen all over. You're burning on the inside. You can't get rid of STDs without going to get antibiotics, which is the most dumbest thing ever, because it's going to kill half of the good bacteria inside your body anyway. You see that you can't sleep properly? Oh, I forgot, because the pituitary gland is made by the gut. Now, when you get to that pineal gland is literally made by the nervous system. And that's a whole lesson in itself, because that's your spiritual window to different galaxies and portals. That's your way to God. That's your all-seeing eye. That's the first eye. These are the second and the third eye, but that pineal gland is the first eye. But it's a whole different story. But what I'm trying to truly teach y'all is a simple way to understand healing the mind, body, and soul. By eating, control what you eat. Make sure what you eat is really organic. That it ain't no insecticides, pesticides, herbicides. Make sure that you're not drinking alcohol, because alcohol is one of the major ways to destroy your DNA. Make sure you're not smoking cigarettes. That would destroy your DNA too. Smoking a lot of weed instead of using it as weed tea. Then smoking all this hybrid weed that y'all calling loud packs and shit, which is turning y'all into effeminate men because it has so much estrogen built up inside of it. And that's another thing that they ain't telling y'all about. Look at these studies up on weed, man, and how it's literally turning men gay. Like literally, with all the estrogen built up into it, because they are mating female plants. What you saying? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, just the hybrids, the hybrid strands, all the purple bubblegum kush and all the, fancy words are literally homosexual plants.
Yep, giving you homosexual plants. Female plants that they're breeding and mixing together, and it's so full of estrogen. Look up these studies, y'all. Look, the shit will blow your mind, man. And I'm not making none of this up. Y'all should know me and trust me enough by now. We show and prove all the time. But go look it up. I don't ever just trust me on your own. Look up the research and everything we present. Prove me wrong. That's what I say. Prove me wrong, my people. And man, it's crazy. It's messed up out here. So let's get to these questions. If y'all got any questions so far, what I just went over about the gut, let me know now. It has to be on topic according to the gut. Y'all can ask them, and then we're gonna get into these questions. After these questions, I'm gonna answer some of y'all questions. Any questions so far as the gut? And if y'all want to get deeper into this information, make sure that y'all tune into my lecture that is that's going on over this weekend. We're gonna be in Greenville, Mississippi. If you can't make it there, you most definitely will be able to purchase tickets to view it online. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, here go one. Amber Link said, what happens when people get gastric bypass? Does it create a chemical imbalance? Yes, it does. It creates a very bad chemical imbalance. And that's why most people that get a gastric bypass got to take like Pepto-Bismol and all types of things that's calming down the hydrochloric acid, or that's going to reline that gut for the rest of their life. So yes, it does. The body was not made or created for surgery. If the body was made or created for surgery, then Yahweh would have created the body with a zipper. And he didn't create. I don't see a zipper on none of our bodies. And we only have a few openings. We got about 8 openings on our bodies. That's our nostrils, our ears, our mouth, our anus, and things like that to actually get inside of the body. So Yeah, most definitely. It most definitely will create a chemical imbalance. And that's why most time people get their stomach worked on and done like that. They have to be on medicine for the rest of their life. Now, can it be reversed? Yes, it can. We done seen people grow back intestines, grow back thyroid gland, grow back. The cells can be regenerated if you know what you're doing. We done grew back a whole entire thyroid. Your body regenerates itself. That's why resurrection don't sound so unbelievable. We see bodies resurrect every day. We see people come back from the dead every single day that was on their deathbed. You see what I'm saying? We just had a lady yesterday, had the whole a very severe thyroid disease. Do she have it anymore?
Nope.
She don't even have her thyroid disease no more. You see what I'm saying? So we bringing back thyroids and we bringing back glandular problems. We got people, the man that was in a wheelchair in Detroit, we got him out of wheelchair within how many months? How many months was that? I think it was a little bit longer than 9, probably like 9 or 10 months, 11 months. But he was literally in a wheelchair most of his life. He's walking now. So for you to tell me that cellular regeneration or resurrection is not possible, Negro, please, we doing it. We doing it. We are doing it. But guess what we had to address first? That gut. That gut is so important because that gut birth and create and is a byproduct of everything else that's inside of your body other than your nervous system. But you have 3 nervous systems that they don't want to tell you about. You have 3 different nervous systems in your body. A nervous system to your brain, a nervous system to your true brain, which is the gut, the nervous system to your heart, and then the ones that's connected to your adrenal glands. So these are the things that they're not teaching y'all, and that's the reason why y'all are not able to heal your bodies. But I'm here to tell it all. I'm here to tell it all, family. All right, what else we got? How much waste is in the gut? Man, Tracy Howard, that depends, man. We done seen people, you can have over 90 pounds of waste in your gut. We done seen people that's very obese, like that's 600 pounds. Over 240 of that was waste in the gut. So, I mean, as you have to remember that your tubes or these tubulars, these primitive tubes, which is your ileum, your jejunum, these small intestines and these large intestines, they're very elastic in nature, meaning you can stretch the hell out of them. Just like you see a woman's vagina cavity open up for that baby crown to go through. That's the same thing that happens to your tubulars, or what we're going to call your intestines. They can get as big as you want them to because they're elastic in nature. So you can stretch them as much as you want. And that's the problem. Our people don't know how to quit fucking eating. We eat too much. All we do is eat, drink, because we have a very addictive personality. Everything, and I don't blame it on y'all. I blame it on your melanin. That's how your melanin is. It's very absorbent. It's very very addicted. And if it likes something, it want more and more of it. And that's the bad thing about melanin. That's one of the negative parts about our melanin. Because like if we love, we're going to love to the end of time. But if we hate, we are killed. That's what melanin does. It absorbs, it expands. It's like water. It reacts to everything. It can feel if you really start studying melanin, you will see why our people is in a certain position that they're in. Because we're doing negative things and sending negative charges to our melanin instead of these perfect charged positive ions and electrons to the melanin. You see what I'm saying? So, man, a lot. That's why fasting is important. And when I mean fasting, I'm not even necessarily saying stop eating. I mean switching to an all fruit diet. That is a fast, because you ain't did that all your life. You will start pooping pounds and pounds of fecal matter if you just start eating all fruits. Go on a juice fast for a day or 2. The longer the better. The stuff that come out of your body will blow your mind. We done seen hookworms, fluke worms, Fasciolopsis buski, Trimedas worms. I mean, we done seen some things come up out of there. We done shrink tumors. We done had tumors come out through the poop. I mean, all types of some gnarly, ugly things, plus a lot of mucus and a lot of acids in the toilet from them intestines. So if you truly change your diet and heal that gut, I don't care what disease you got going on, because this is going to move your lymph, because this is going to open up your kidneys for kidney filtration, because guess what's a byproduct of the mid gut or the mesogut? The kidneys. Guess what's directly attached to the kidneys on top of them? The adrenal glands. Guess what's attached to both of them? The whole entire lymphatic system, or what we're going to call your immune system, your immunological system, which is the lymphatic system. All of this stems from the gut. All of it does. Just get an anatomy book and study the anatomy book and start looking inside the book. It's all there. It's all there, family. It's all there. What else we got here? Andrea A. Yisrael. How long does it take to cleanse the gut? It depends on how long you're backed up systemically, as far as your lymphatic system. I mean, your lymphatic system is miles and miles and miles and miles long, just like your DNA. Now, don't get me wrong, your DNA is way longer than your lymphatic system, but your lymphatic system is long. Like literally, if I took out every lymphatic system, every lymphatic vessel in your body, plus the lymph nodes and line them up, I can go to the state of Missouri past the state of Illinois. That's how long your lymphatic system is. It just bind it and bend up in so many different things because this is how you know your lymphatic system have to be long as hell, because it literally have to wrap and cover 150 trillion cells. Because remember, the blood feeds the cell in the body. The nervous system communicates with the cells in the body, but the lymphatic system is the sewage system of the body. It cleanses every 150 trillion cells in the body. In order for it's able to do that, it have to be long as hell. Because we talking about covering 150 trillion cells. That is a long lymphatic system. So when you hear people say they got a brain tumor, I get concerned because I know that this healing is going to take a long time, because you have to go through miles and hundreds of thousands of miles of lymphatic vessels just to get back to the kidneys. That's why when we hear about dialysis and kidney diseases and kidney cancer or stomach cancer, things that's in the mid-gut area, in the mesogut area, we apply. We're like, cool, this is going to be an easy work because the kidneys are right there. The kidneys are smack dead in the middle of your bilateral body. So if it's right there close to the kidneys, it ain't nothing for us to get them filtrated and get them tumors out. But when you start hearing about like, for instance, breast cancer, easy to cure, easy to get out, let me not say cure, easy to reverse, easy to get out the body because your breasts are closer to your stomach than your brain. But when you hear about brain tumors and thyroid cancer, we know that that's going to take a little bit. We're not saying that it can't be healed because we done did it time and time again, but it's going to take longer because of how long your lymphatic system is. And we got to dissolve the shit first. Not only after we dissolve it, we got to get it to move. So now we move and they got to go through hundreds of thousands of miles of lymph vessels and then go through each lymph node and have a breakdown period through each lymph nodes, because you have your bifidal bacteria and your macrophages and your phagocytes inside of the lymph nodes to chew on these gnarly acids, these unbroken down proteins, the bad blood and blood corpuscles. It got to break all this shit down. So now we waiting on that. Then after we wait on that, guess what? It got to go through another 100 miles of lymphatic vessels. Then it hits another lymph node. Now we got to wait till that one do its job. So you look up, sometimes it takes 9 months to a year to heal, you know, but we do got cases where we done healed herpes in 30 days?
Somebody was a little bit less than 30 days.
A little bit less. What was it? Oh, you talking about what's her name?
Don't say her name. But yeah.
No, we did a what's her name word. We could say her name. She did a testimony. Yeah. Hey, what's that sister name? But we had a beautiful sister from Kansas. We got herpes up out of her it wasn't even 30 days. So it just all depends on how systemically backed up you are. If the highway is free, hey, like the president come through when they close down the highways, he getting to point A to point B quick. That's how we want disease to lead a body. But if the highway backed up and it's rush hour because it's full of damn proteins, hamburgers, mucus membrane plaque, cholesterol plaque, and all this other bullshit, because you don't know how to eat straight, we first got to dissolve and get all of that up out of the gut. Not only do we have to cleanse the gut, but we got to cleanse the blood. The blood is going to dump all of its toxemias back into the lymphatic system by way of the spleen, which is produced by the gut. Now the lymphatic vessel, its interstitial fluid, is still backed up because the cells sit on rivers. This river is called lymphatic fluids. So the river is blacked up. It's like a damn beaver. How a beaver he chopped down all the trees like at the old healing house. Yeah. He chopped down all the trees and he block up the river flow. Because all that wood, he builds a dam. That's what's going on with your river, what you call the lymphatic fluid inside of your body. And these beavers will be your eating habits. And the dam that's built up all the wood will be all the bullshit that you putting in your mouth, that you putting in your body. So you don't have that circulation of lymph movement that you need. So your highway is backed up, it's rush hour. We got to clear the damn highway like the president. And that's what them herbs do. And that's what changing your diet to an all-fruit diet do. And that's why we have the healing testimonies that we have, because we understand the simplicity nature when it comes to healing. You don't need to get too far out there. You know what I'm saying? We had somebody, I was just in a meeting the other day, and this man was talking about eating poop. Yeah, have you ever heard of feces therapy? I'm like, what the hell is feces therapy? He like, yeah, y'all kids, when you eat poop, but you can reline the gut lining, the gut membrane, for you can, get all the bifidum, lactobacillus bacteria. I'm like, I'm not finna eat shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's another one, urine therapy. where you can drink your own urine to cleanse the body. I'm like, I'm not finna eat my own off discharge urine, because the urine is automatically, even though it's not alkaline, it has to be slightly acidic because you're dealing with the gnarly side of chemistry. When you peeing and your urethra, notice you pissing three to 6 acids. Now, when you get down to 3, it burns like hell. That's why a lot of people don't even have STDs, but when they urine, it burns. That's because all them sodas and it's building up all that lymphatic acid inside of you. So when you pissing it out, it'll have you on your knees. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not finna be drinking my own byproducts or my own toxemia that my body produces going through its everyday function to help get things out. So don't become like that where you get so smart that you become stupid. And I see a lot of people around me are doing that. They get into healing and they learning some things, never heal nothing a day in their life, but all of a sudden they arrive to the guru science status. Now you want to eat poop sickles for lunch and drink piss Pepsi for lunch. That don't make no sense whatsoever when Yahweh put the botanicals inside of the earth, these healing modality plants that will heal you, that have the bifidum bacteria on it, that will heal and realign the gut lining. Why you think our 3 bitters is our #1 sellers? Why they sell out so much? Why it's healing so many people? Because it's full of this natural bacilli. It's full of this natural bacteria that's going to give you your 100 trillion cells back. But now you got to worry about the 50 trillion cells because you're not eating properly to get your right minerals. And then we start eating correctly and start eating right? But then we go to these damn farmers market and they growing their stuff and spraying pesticides on it, spraying herbicides on it, or then they getting they seeds from Monsanto in. Man, it's all types of diabolical plots. And then we wonder why that evil bastard, that devil who called himself Bill Gates, which is a Rothschild family member, why he's buying up hundreds of thousands of acres, because he's going to be control of your food. So look, this is forcing us to grow our own organic food anyway. So I'm glad this is happening because it's going to make y'all get on y'all good foot and start eating healthy, man. What else we had? Let me see if I had any more. Hey, Splash Moni said I wouldn't eat shit even if it was good for. I wouldn't either, brother. Straight up, that don't even sound right. I wouldn't either, brother. I agree with you. I ain't eating no shit. Boy, them some crazy teachers, man. They too smart for their own good, boy. Shit therapy. Yeah, I eat a bowl of shit and drink a glass of urine. No, player. We don't move like that. We too civilized for that. All right, let's get to these questions. Y'all ready for these questions? Type in some 9s. We're going to get straight to it. Before we get to this, I have to have a quiz. All right. And the quiz is this. What glues the DNA structure together? What glues the DNA structure together? What's the glue that glued deoxyribonucleic acid together? Come on, y'all. Let's see if y'all been listening. Who got it? There you go. The first one is Janae. Minerals. That's right, Tamika. Salts. Converted minerals or salts, Tamika Holmes. So you're right. That's right. Heal your mind and heal your body. That's right. Yeah, Anastasia, you're right too. Mucus, because I did say that. Because what the salt do is the salt dissolves the mucus and turns the mucus into a glue. So yeah, look, all of y'all right. You see how there's many different ways to answer a question correctly. Y'all on here learning. No, you wasn't wrong, Anastasia. You're right. Mucus. Because what the salts do, the electrolytes are minerals. These trace vital minerals turn or converted into salt. The salt then goes and reaches the nucleus. I mean, not the nucleus of the cell, but goes and reaches inside of the nucleus of the cell and attach itself to the DNA. What the salt does is dissolve the Golgi apparatus in the mucous membrane of that cell. And this is what literally sticks the amino acids to the sugar phosphate backbone, or what you're going to call double helix strand. And that's what makes the DNA strand be complete. So that wasn't the wrong answer. You just got to be able to re-explain it like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're here for. We're not here to teach you how to regurgitate. We're here to teach it to you in so simple of a form that you'll be able to take this and you'll be able to teach this to a baby. Because I can get scientific, you know what I'm saying? But what is that going to do for y'all if I get scientific and use scientific names? I'm a biochemist. I love talking like that. But what is that going to do for y'all, though? Me sounding all smart and y'all can't even heal yourselves after listening to me for an hour and a half. It would make no sense whatsoever. So it is electrolytes. Yes, minerals or electrolytes. Inside of your minerals, you have positive charge. If you ever look inside of water, and how they say water, natural spring water have natural pH or alkaloids. These alkaloids are electrolytes. Where are you getting the electricity from? It's not within the water itself. It's within the rock mineral salts that's in the water. That's what makes your water alkaline or make your water electrified by the electrolytes or your minerals. So when a baby gets sick and they put them on the what is called Pedialyte, they're putting that baby on minerals. It's nothing but liquid mineral water. Liquid salts, that's all it is. Salts or minerals. Don't let nobody tell y'all different. And if you look at salt from its positive side of nature, it's sugar. Everything breaks down to sugar, just like melanin is sugar. Insulin is sugar, but they'll tell you insulin is a salt. I can dig that, but salt broken down in its chemistry is nothing but sugars. Everything goes back to melanin. Everything go back to the Yahweh God particle, and that Yahweh God particle make up 150 trillion of you. You are melanin. That's why you're a fifth dimensional beings, y'all. I mean, when I say you are gods, I mean on a molecular level, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, on all levels, you're gods. But you're going to fall like men and die like princes because you have adapted to the wrong diet. See that? Notice Eve did not eat an apple in the garden. That's the biggest lie ever. You ain't going to read the word apple nowhere in that chapter. So what did she eat? She took in the wrong information. She took in the wrong knowledge. Her diet was not an apple. She didn't literally pick from a tree and ate. She digested the environment and listened to counsel from that serpent, from that Nakash, that ancient reptilian being. That was her diet, showing you that you ingest and digest more than just food. Your environment is your diet. You see that? That's how you have people call oxygen therapy, where people live off oxygen. The monks do it all the time. They go 9 months without eating shit. 9 months. They will sit in the prana position, straighten that back up. For real. They'll get that glandular highway, or what you call the chakras, or the 7 churches. They'll get them in line and they will hum. And they humming is which is the vibrational frequency of the sun. And they will pull in all of that energy, and they will literally feed themselves off the nitrogen, oxygen that's in the atoms in the air, and they actually eat. They can gain weight off of it and everything. Showing you that eating just don't only consist of me putting a hamburger in my mouth, or me putting some Swiss chard in my mouth, or something like that. Eating is literally living inside of environment, because you're digesting your whole environment that you live in. See that you are a fifth dimensional being, man. You are way more than who you think you are. And I'm here to tell you that every Tuesday I'm going to yell that in your ear. You are way more than who you think you are. And I don't care who mad at me. I don't care all your Bible thumpers. You can get on here. You can't state your God capital G, lowercase o, lowercase d. Why didn't you use just all lowercase? Why would I get you know what I'm saying? I'm finna put myself up high, because I am made in the image of the Most High. In this image and in this likeness, right? Why am I putting myself on this small little pedestal? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just ain't squat, ain't nothing. I'm here for a purpose, right? We exist, right? We breathing. Did we actually be here?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not finna be here and act like, oh my God, I'm in this test called life. No, bring it on. That's what we chose to come through our mother's portals, or the womb, Rakim in Hebrew, to be here, right? But we can take on this university, where we can go to school, learn what we need to learn, and get back up out of this. And that way we can run and control this earth like it was originally intended for us to do. You are part of the organic family. You are the only organic species on this earth that is called a human. Now, you have other organic species like the gorilla, like the lion, and stuff like that. But you are the only organic species on this earth. Everything else is a byproduct or a degenerative humanoid that comes from you. And these are the facts. Just like you have a wolf that comes from a hyena. You see that? And then you have a freaking Labrador that comes from the wolf. Well, you ain't the hyena or the wolf. You ain't the Labrador or the wolf. You the hyena. You are the original species that was here. We are the original species that came from the heavens, the sky people, the Amu Zulu, the people of the heavens. If you say it in Swahili, that Zulu language, we the people they call themselves the people of the heavens. They know the secret. We the only ones that don't know. Every culture that's our culture, that's everywhere else, know where they come from. And then you get to the African-American Negro, we don't know nothing. We just African-American, which is 2 names. We 2 continents, huh? That's it. That's all we are. I am 2 continents. But you ask a Chinese man, he's going to tell you, hey, I'm Chinese. I speak China. I'm from China. You see, ask a Japanese. I'm from Japan. I speak Japanese. I'm Japanese. Ask an Irishman. I'm from Ireland. I speak Irish. I'm an Irishman. You ask a so-called Negro, he's going to say, I'm African-American and I speak English. We're the only ones that don't know. Only ones that's off when it comes to history. And then we lost our culture and traditions. And with that, we lost our diet. So now I'm just giving y'all the food to eat y'all way back into knowing yourselves. To really contains one knowledge, you have to feed yourself the right frequency, the right light code frequencies. These light codes come from your foods. You see that? The sun is teaching you. The sun is teaching you. That's why the trees grow so high, because the fruit hang out for the sun can hit it. And that sulfate can hit it and give it its DNA, give that information to the apples, to the oranges, to the mangoes, to the watermelon, to your honeydew melons. See that? That is information and light code frequencies that's fed through the food by the sun. You eat the food of the plants, and then it's break down into your DNA molecule. So the very information that the sun got in the galaxy and the cosmos, it give it directly to you. But hey, you know, you call your fruits a side dish. Or you say, when we gonna eat some real food? And you ain't talking about the fruits. You'll be eating an apple and say, when I'm gonna eat some real food. That is your real food. Food is what gives you energy and information. Hamburgers ain't doing that. Pizza rolls ain't doing that. Pop-Tarts ain't doing that. What else they like to eat? They like to eat cereal. Cereal ain't doing that. Chicken most definitely ain't doing that. And the chicken is not even a real thing. That is a hybrid animal. A chicken is a hybrid. It comes from your red and your gray jungle wing fowl. That ain't, and it's mixed with cuckoo, which is an unclean bird, by the way. But hey, that's another topic for another subject. But let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right, here go our first question. Y'all ready? Y'all know I go off on my tantrum, y'all. If y'all ready for these questions, type in some nines. I'm gonna answer a few of these, and then I'm gonna answer some of y'all's. That way I can have time to get to y'all's. I know I ain't been able to answer a lot of y'all questions lately. And if y'all enjoying this live, please like and share. Share to everybody. Share this information. Share. Share. Cece on here. She said, hi, Kawhi. What's up with you? How you doing, sister? She was down here at the healing house, man. Beautiful sister, got a beautiful soul.
What's up?
Kawhi said, what's up? All right, I'm glad y'all get this. All right, let's get to these questions. Did you come in another coconut?
That was the second coconut. Number three.
No, that's cool. I'll stick with this. All right. Cece said she wants some more of that food. We got you. Aniyah and Kawhi been doing their cooking videos, been doing their teaching. Y'all see them pictures I put up on Facebook. Hey, they ain't playing no games. Y'all finna add some dope cooking classes. Y'all finna add some dope how to do classes, how to make your juices, describing fruits and everything. You know, they finna break some knowledge off to y'all. Yeah, it ain't only me. I've been teaching them and pouring into them for a while. So they can throw and hang in there too, y'all. So y'all finna see it. Y'all finna see it. So all praises to that. All right, let's get it. All right, here go the first question. It says, what do you guys offer that helps with low sperm count and mobility? I am interested in purchasing. Well, first you got to see what actually creates your sperm, brother. And what creates your sperm is testosterone. And this testosterone is made literally by your cholesterol. So if you have a low sperm problem, that means you have a cholesterol problem. And most likely your cholesterol problem is a melanin problem because you don't have enough vitamin D3. So the first thing I do is change my diet. Make sure you cleanse. Make sure you don't have no mucus obstruction inside of your penis. Make sure you look inside of your urethra. Make sure you get all the mucus out of there. Clean your scrotum, your sac. Get all the mucus out of there by changing to an all-fruit diet. And then we need to get blood down to that area. We need to get blood down to the area because the only way that you're going to get your testosterone and that testosterone to turn into this sperm is by way of oxygen. So we need to get your right blood flow down there. You need to get on my circulatory low. Do we got some circulatory low back there?
Tincture.
Yeah. You need to get on my circulatory low system. And you most definitely, if I was you, I would do a blood kit, a blood Rebuilder and Iron Nourisher kit. But not only would I do that, I would do an essential glandular kit too. That way we're coming and we're literally cleansing all the glands, and we're fine toning and rebuilding every gland inside of your body. Because again, these glands are getting conversions through hormone by way of cholesterol. The only way that this cholesterol is going to basically boil over and convert these hormones is by way of the sun. But this circulatory low system tincture, this will help you get the right proper blood flow down there. Not only that, you need to get my essential glandular kit. That way we can come and aid and support, literally strengthen. That's what a tonic means. A tonic means cleanse, strengthen, and tone. We need to cleanse, strengthen, and tone all your glandular highway, what they will call your endocrine system. And on top of that, you need to cleanse and feed that blood a lot of iron phosphate. Because remember, what holds the DNA together? Salts, minerals. If you look at it in the scientific term, it's called phosphates. That's why they call it a phosphate backbone. These phosphates are your magnesium triphosphates, your calcium triphosphates, your iron phosphates, and your iron fluorine phosphates. And that's the reason why Dr. Sebi spoke on iron phosphates so much, because your phosphates is really what, or your minerals, your iron minerals is really what heals the DNA. And that's going to play a major role in your testosterone along with that sun, because that sun is going to directly hit that skin, and that's how you convert. That's how you convert your cholesterol into vitamin D3. That vitamin D3 will then make your sex hormones. So if you have a low sperm count, it's not your sperm, it's your cholesterol. Because what makes testosterone is cholesterol. And if y'all think online, just look it up. So that's what you need to do. The endocrine system kit, the blood builder and iron nourisher kit. And if you get both kits, this come with the blood builder and iron nourisher. But if you only can afford one of them, make sure you get the circulatory low. And this will most definitely get your circulation right down there. All right. If y'all got any questions so far on this one, y'all can ask on this particular case. And again, what he was asking was how to get his sperm count up and his mobility up. He trying to be able to get hard, have his penis rock hard whenever he's making love, and he want to get his sperm count up. Meaning, once he do ejaculate, he ain't missing. He some beautiful babies gonna be reproduced. And y'all know I teach that if you're a man, if you got your bag right and your responsibilities right, hey, have as many babies as possible, y'all. If you can take care of them, you can install something good in them, and you can leave them something here, some assets and not liabilities, and you can install will and knowledge into them, and you have the fortitude and the mind to raise a nation. Hey, make you a lot of babies, y'all. Straight up, because as a race, we're dying fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry. So in order for us to combat that, we need to be having a lot of good, healthy sex, should I say. All right, let's see. Okay, so good question. So Crystal Y. Douglas says, would his liver need to be focused on too? Yeah, of course. But inside of them packages, a liver tincture actually comes with it. I think the liver need to be focused on whenever you go after anything, because the liver is the chemical factory of the body. Not only is it a detoxification of the cells, to detoxificate the cells, but it also deals with all the chemicals of the body. So what helps you make amino acids is the liver. See, the crazy thing and the most amazing thing about the liver is the liver can literally take fructose and glucose and cell fats from the cells and convert that shit into amino acids. Look, the scientists still ain't figured out how the liver do that. But that's because you are wonderfully created by Yahweh, though. You know what I'm saying? They haven't figured God out. So if you haven't figured out the God in the heavens and the cosmos yet, of course you ain't gonna be able to figure out the God here yet. You see what I'm saying? They haven't figured out God yet. So they still looking inside of your anatomy and studying your chemistry. That's why you hear the word chemistry from Kemet, means to be black. Kemet, they're studying your melanin. They still ain't figured it out. They like, how in the hell is, like, what is these people? The only thing they realize is that we're not man. That's why they say we're only 3/5 of them, man. Y'all think they saying that because it's an insult? No, they saying that because we prokaryotic cells. We species that don't come from here. They look inside of our God bodies and see particles made from the stars and stardust and things from the heavens. They see gold in our blood. They see copper being produced and zinc being produced by our pituitary gland. They're seeing pure carbon sugar being produced by our pineal glands. They ain't never seen nothing like this in their whole entire existence of they 6,000 years being here. So of course they looking at us and like, nah, they ain't no human at all. That's 3/5 of a man. I see why. It makes sense to me. But let's see. All right, so yep, that's good. All right, now on to the next question, y'all. On to the next question. All right, here go the next question, y'all. The next question is this. It says, Shalom fam. Shalom, shalom, my brother. My son is 3 years old and he has a lymphoma on his back. So if you see what a lymphoma is literally like it's a I would call it a tumor, but it's a tumor. They call it a benign tumor. It's not cancerous. Some of them become cancerous, but it's a tumor on the back that's full of fatty acid cells, and it's full of mucus, and it's full of lymphatic fluid, right? So we see that he have a tumor on his back that's full of lymphatic fluid, meaning that the lymphatic fluid is stagnant, not moving, which means that the skin is trying to get rid of it, because the skin is the third largest organ the skin is the largest organ on the body, and it's the third kidney. If your kidneys are not filtrating, guess what? Your thyroid is going to switch up. It's going to bring your metabolic process rate up. That's going to produce you to sweat. Your pores going to go open up, and you're going to start sweating uncontrollably, and that's a good thing. And that's why we promote and recommend that y'all actually go to a steam sauna, for you can sweat, because if your kidneys is not working, then your skin is going to take a poop. If you backed up interstitially, and if you backed up digestively, then your skin will take a shit. And this is where you get your rashes from, your eczema from, your acne, your chronic acne, your herpes dermatitis. All these are nothing but mucous membrane parasites. And if your kidneys is not going to break them down, and it's not going to go through the urethra or out the anus, then your skin gonna take a shit for you. So when you see your skin defecating, you're gonna call it rashes or skin reactions, but that's your skin taking a poop. So whenever you get into things like that, skin brushing is very good. Doing light workouts is very good. Sitting inside of a steam sauna, not an infrared sauna that'll give you cancer, but a steam sauna, and promote sweating, that is very, very good. You see that? Make sure that you're taking baths with eucalyptus. That's good to open up them pores. Anything that's going to promote you to sweat, that's not too vigorous, that's going to cause you to create lactic acid. We up and open for that. Hot and cold showers, that's going to get your lymph moving properly. That's good. Cold covers and hot compressions, that's good. Anything that's going to trick that temperature to go up and go down real fast, that's going to promote that thyroid. That thyroid gland is going to kick on that metabolic process, and that's going to start your cellular respiration, or we're going to call your sweating, because your skin is a eliminating organ. Whether you know it or not, it's the biggest kidney on your body. So whenever you see skin problems, that means that your gut is backed up, your lymphatic system is backed up, so your skin is trying to defecate for you. See, the body tries its hardest to heal in any modality as possible. Remember, I teach y'all this every lesson. Fontanelles, our alternative channel of elimination. Well, your skin does that a lot. So that's why the first thing you see when you get on the herbs, you see your chest start breaking out. You see your elbows start breaking out. You get itchy rashes. You get hives, measles, mumps. All these things are toxemias and dead parasites and dead bacterium trying to leave the cells. And if it can't leave through the urethra, if it can't leave and get processed through the kidney filtration by way of the lymphatic system, if it can't leave by you throwing it up, or mucus response, mucus coming out of your eyes, the tip of your penis, your bowels, your vagina, then guess what? The last defense that's going to get it out is your skin. So we see that this young man, 3-year-old, he got lymphoma, meaning that he have a lymphatic system stagnant problem. Now, he's 3. Should nothing be wrong with his lymphatic system. So that means that he didn't inherit the lymphatic system of his mother and father. So we see where the issue came in. And these are generational curses that be passed down to the 3rd and 4th generation. And the deeper you research, we say that these things go down to the 14th generation. That's real deep. That's new information that we done came out with too. So we see that the lymphatic system came from the mother and the father. So mother and father, y'all need to cleanse as well, family. But let's focus on this 3-year-old. It says he have lymphoma on his back. I want to know what package I can get from you that he can take that can help him with that. I know astringents help with that. See, I see you've been watching the channel. Yeah. And that's what you're going to need. You're going to need astringent fruits, and you're going to need astringent herbs. But the good thing about our herbs, every herb we got is astringent. Every herb we got. But you need to put him on a small kidney and adrenal kit. Get a kidney and adrenal kit, and according to his weight, because we don't go by age according to our herbs. We go by the weight. If you look at our directions, it always go by weight because of these things. Because sometimes 3-year-olds need the botanicals. See that? And you need to astringe. You need to pull on them lipids. You need to get the lymphatic system moving. And the fastest way to get that lymphatic system moving is break up all the lymphatic stagnation, getting rid of all that bad blood, the bad food, the residue of these bad foods that's been built up by the cells. See, this is an intracellular constipated problem. So now his skin is trying to take a poop from him because the cells are so backed up interstitially, and it created this fatty lipid. Remember, lipid is oil-based. Oh, well, what's a part of the lipid system, this oil-based system? Y'all know I call it big mama, the mucus system, the mucosa membrane. That's a lipid. Now, what makes up the mucosa membrane? The lymphatic system. That's a lipid. Cholesterol is part of the mucosa membrane in the lymphatic system. These are lipids. So he have a tumor full of lipids because he do not have a channel of elimination. Remember, whatever the body does not eliminate, it accumulates. And whatever the body accumulates, it becomes mutated cells. These mutated cells stick and clump themselves together. It searches like a damn parasite. It finds a blood supply and it grows. Now you have tumors, you have fibroids, you have lipomas and things like that. So we see that this is a lymphatic stagnated problem, family. It says, I've been trying to get him to eat green apples. Yes, a green apple diet, brother, will work perfectly. That's one of your most astringent fruits other than grapes and other than mangoes and pineapple, for real. Them green apples, man, I drink one of them almost a day. Every time y'all see me drinking my green juices on Facebook and on Instagram, it's a lot of green apples in there. That's why I constantly blow on my nose, because I'm constantly cleansing and draining. It says, we have left from eating a complex carb and protein diet. All praises, brother. Hallelujah. But Baruch Hashem Yahweh, bless the name of Yahweh for that. So he's getting away from the proteins, because guess what else you're going to find inside of that lymphoma? You're going to find a big old massive amount of nitrogenous protein. It says, now eating majority fruits and vegetable diet. Please help. I got you, brother. So look, put him on an all fruit diet, get him away from the vegetables. The vegetables got nitric acid. That ain't going to do nothing but grow the lymphoma. That's going to grow that fatty tissue pocket. And we need to strengthen that thyroid gland so he can get his connective tissue more tighter, because what's in control of the connective tissue in your muscles and your tendons and ligaments, that's the thyroid gland. So if we strengthen that up, then it's going to start stretching that thing out anyway. Now we got to drain that pocket. In order to drain that pocket, we have to open up the river. Now, remember, it's too many. Look, the beavers in the dam, it's too many things blocking that lymph from flowing properly through them kidneys. So we need to get in there, and we need to get a GI broom up in there. We need to sweep that gut clean, and we need to open up all the channels of eliminations. And the best way to do that will be with my adrenal, with my kidney and adrenal kit, and just take it according to his weight. The kidney adrenal kit under kits and bundles on the website. Make sure he's on an all fruit diet, high in grapes and high in green apples. And brother, that'll leave in no time. You'll be all right. All right. If anybody got any questions according to this particular case, y'all can ask them now. Cynthia, I'm glad you asked this, Queen. No, vegetables are not bad at all. Vegetables are your rebuilders. Them are your nitrogen-based food. It's full of nitrogen, things that grow. Vegetables are not bad at all. It's just that if we're trying to heal, we're not trying to rebuild. Why rebuild on top of a faulty foundation? Why rebuild new bad cells when I can cleanse and astringe the cell and then rebuild new cells? So don't get me wrong, and please don't take me wrong at all. There is nothing wrong with vegetables. There's something highly wrong with vegetables when you're trying to heal from systemic chronic lymphatic diseases. We shouldn't be eating vegetables whatsoever. Now, once we cleanse, of course we can rebuild, but you can rebuild from fruits as well. But that's another topic and another conversation. But usually your rebuilders will be your vegetables. And that's why you see a lot of herbivores that's really into eating vegetables are very big and bulky, like the horse, the cow, the bull. You see that? The Angus beef. See how bulky they are? They don't eat nothing but grass and alfalfa sprouts. So we see what rebuilds muscle tissues is the vegetables. That's what rebuilds them new muscle tissues. But what cleanses them and birth the new cells? That's your fruits. So fruits give you regeneration. But if you want to get into rebuilding, there will be your vegetables. We never want to rebuild bad cells on a bad foundation. So whenever you're healing and you need to heal from cancer, lymphoma, any of these diseases, HIV, herpes, and things like that, it's best to stick with all fruits, because the fruits are going to astringe. They're going to hydrate, electrolyte the body. That's going to give you the proper elimination flowing channel. That's going to assist your melanin to make everything move and flow. to get you proper elimination. When you're sneezing, you're coughing, we're going to induce you to a cold and fever-like symptoms. That's what we need. We're inducing symptoms. We ain't into suppressive symptom therapy. That's bullshit. That's what the allopathic community do. That's what kill you. Well, I don't want a cold and mucus sitting in my chest all day. I want to cough this shit up. I want to sneeze it out. I want my nose to run. I want earwax in my ear. I want big boogers in my nose if I can pick them and come out. Because that means that all of the toxemia bullshit that I'm getting from eating that food that I was eating 30 years ago is finally coming out of my body. Hallelujah. That's a good thing. See, they got you thinking that this is a bad thing. This is a sickness. These symptoms need to be suppressed. No, they don't. Let the floodgates open. We have to truly eliminate. So you have to eat to eliminate. Think to eliminate. Everything you need to do right now from here to your day of death is supposed to be for proper elimination, because half of your life you spent entertaining bullshit and eating bullshit. So I'm glad you asked that, Cynthia. All right, let's see. Any questions according to that? All right. What is this thing? I don't see no questions according to that. All right, we're going to move on into the next question, family. If I'm missing any of you, look, y'all, it's 633 of y'all in this room. So if I'm missing any of y'all, please forgive me. It's a lot of people in all my rooms put together. So if I'm missing any of y'all, please forgive me. It's a whole lot of questions coming in at one time. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share, make sure y'all comment. Like, share, and comment, y'all. Let's blow these things up. This is true, real healing information. Yeah, the way y'all share them silhouette things with women shaking their ass and y'all sharing niggas waving their guns and counting their figures and their money, we should be sharing this 10 times more, because this is true information that's going to bring you health and wealth to mind, body, spirit, and soul. All right, on to the next question, y'all. See, I ain't got nothing for that. All right, let's get it. All right, this says shalom, shalom, family. My name is brother. What the wop? I ain't gonna say your name. I need help in healing my kidneys. See that? You see that? We always have kidney issues. And the reason why we have so many kidney issues, Yisrael, is because kidney is directly connected to the fear factor, and the adrenals sit on top of the kidneys. And we've been having an adrenaline problem all our lives because we've been runaway slaves our whole entire lives. We always running for something or running to something. We running to chase a bag. We running to chase cash, ass, vagina, penis. We running to chase something. We don't never just be the guys and manifest. Or we on a clock 9 to 5 in it all day, being modern day slaves. Or half of us are locked up in the prison systems and just switched over to the new slavery system. So we're constantly under oppression, family. And there is no difference between us and our ancestors in the poppy fields picking cotton and things like that. So we constantly have that adrenaline in us. And guess what adrenaline does? It destroys the kidneys because it shuts down all the vital organs, because your body is in a constant state of fight or flight. So you're in a very stressed environment, and stress will kill the kidneys. And the direct relations to the kidneys is your teeth and your heart. Look inside of any black man. Notice his teeth is bad, his heart is bad, and his kidneys are bad. Which is why your blood pressure is so high. Which is why your blood pressure is so high. All right, so let's get it. It says, my name is such and such. I need help with my kidneys. I'm 5 months in dialysis at the final stage of kidney failure. I'm sorry to hear that. What I need for you is to give me your chronic kidney filtration rate. We need to see your Bond's number, your blood and your urea number, your creatinine number, your kidney functioning number. I need stuff like that. When y'all hit me up and y'all know I'm gonna be answering these things online, make sure y'all put all the information in it. That way, when I finally do answer it, y'all got all the information at once, and y'all ain't gotta hit me back up in my chat and be waiting for a response again. Make sure you put as much information as possible in here. Anybody that want to ask us questions for us to answer them on live, all you have to do is go to questions@yakiawaken.com. Questions with an S at yakiawaken.com and ask any question y'all want. But put all the information in there. That way, when we answering them, y'all know exactly what to do once you're done. All right. It says, and I am still able to urinate. Okay, that's a good thing. So if you're still able to urinate and you're 5 months into dialysis and they saying you on your final stage of kidney failure, they are lying. They are liars. If you are able to urinate meanwhile while on dialysis And they saying they lying. You are not in your last stage. That's why I want to see your Bunds number. That's why I want to see your metabolic renal panel. If I can check your renal stats for myself, because ain't no way you on dialysis and in your 5th last stage of kidney failure and you still able to pee. Ain't no way possible. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Meaning that you are not in your last stages and they're lying to you. So what you're gonna need to do is get the kidney and adrenal kit. You need to switch to an all fruit juice diet. I wouldn't even eat fruit. I would do nothing but liquids. Now we got to be careful. Don't drink too much water, because then edema will pop up and you start swelling inside of your legs and in your arms and in your hands and stuff, because your kidney ain't gonna be able to deal with all that hydration. But it will deal with H3O2. Now, they have a hard problem adapting to H2O, but when you're dealing with fruit water, H3O2, we're dealing with a whole different beast that it will trick that system to get that kidney filtrating. Now, what you need, these herbs, you can get these now, or you can buy the kit from me. Parsley, nettle root, parsley leaf, nettle root, hydrangea root. That's going to break up all the calcification. That's going to open up the nephrons, because I'm pretty sure you got nephritis too. That's going to break up the nephrons inside the kidneys. See that? That's going to break up these nephrons inside the kidneys. All right, hawthorn berry. And the reason why you need hawthorn berry is because this. Hawthorns is good for the heart and it's good for the blood flow. But what is keeping your kidneys fully hydrated? Blood. And the heart is directly connected to the kidneys. They are directly connected by the same vein. I mean, directly connected. Whatever affect the heart, affect the kidney. Whatever affect the kidney, affect the heart and the adrenals. So we need to get your adrenals online. We most definitely need to get your kidneys filtering. We need to hydrate that body with H3O2. And you need to be on an all fruit juice diet for at least 12 days, just to see how it go. I wouldn't touch no water though, because we don't want to hurt nothing. And then we need to slowly wean you off dialysis. And we need to cleanse and filter your blood themselves, because that's all the dialysis machine doing, is filtering and cleansing your blood, because your kidneys are not filtering in your blood and your spleen are not doing it. And this is causing you to be systemically chronically ill. And this is what's causing your hydration. So now the kidneys have so much pressure on them because your nephrons is not opening up to filtrate all that metabolic waste, so that pressure get blocked up and the blood can't flow properly. So guess what the blood do? It shoots back up. Now it's pressing against them artery walls, and that's what they call high blood pressure. Notice it's systolic and dystolic. Systolic is going to always be your adrenals. That's the top number, systolic. That top number is always your adrenals. If it's too high, that means it's hyper. If it's too low, that means it's hypo, it's underactive. Then your diastolic, where you get dialysis from, will always be your renal, your kidneys. So this is the top number, adrenal glands. This is the low number, the bottom number, the kidneys. Top number is supposed to be 117 between 120. The low number should always be at 70. The highest it can be is 80. That's the number. All right, any higher, any lower, something is going on here with the pressuring system. Remember, your body is a food processor and it deals with a combustion chamber. The heart is a valve, the lungs are a pump. The kidney is the filtration system of the body. So you have a filtering problem. Well, guess what the kidneys filter? Blood and lymph. That's what it filters. So you have a systemic lymph problem. What do the lymphatic system deal with? The gnarly side of chemistry, acids. Protein, protons, not electrons. It need electrons to keep itself balanced, but the whole purpose and function for them, not their spiritual functioning, which is to hand down information, because the kidney is full of information. The kidney is the seat of the soul of your ancestors. That's what the kidneys is, and that's why they so messed up, because our ancestors have been oppressed, beat, and trodden down for half the century, half our lives. So our kidneys is taking a directly hit from that, but we can reverse these things. And you do that, alkaline the body, right? Hydrate that body with H3O2, which is fruits, fruit juices, and get on my kidney and adrenal kit. And if you can, and while it's on its way, if you can find your local herbal store and you know the actual history on the herbs, get you some hydrangea root, get you some parsley leaf, get you some nettle root, get you some juniper berries. All of these are your kidney herb. Open you straight up, and hawthorn berry for your heart. And that hydrangea root to break up the calcification inside of the nephrons, and that'll get rid of the nephritis. And look, you'll be looking up, you ain't on dialysis no more, and you calling me, thanking me, saying, hey, thank you, Yaki, for the information and for the herbs. And you'll be another healing testimony. That's what you need. If y'all got any questions according to this case so far, type in some, not type in some nouns, but ask your questions. According to this particular case. According to this particular case. Sodium bicarbonate, where you at? Sodium bicarbonate, CJ Jennings, is produced by the pancreas gland. Sodium bicarbonate is what turns on the hydrochloric acid inside of the stomach. It's actually what brings you your alkaline factor. Sodium bicarbonate is literally what baking soda is. Baking sodium bicarbonate. So that's what the gut. That's what the gut. That's what sodium bicarbonate is for. And it's produced by the hepatic duct that's connected directly from the liver to the gallbladder and to the pancreas. The Bond's number stands for blood and urea. All right. It's your blood. It stands for blood, urea, and nitrogen. We're going to check the nitrogen. Look, notice they checking the protein. They're going to check nitrogen that's in your blood. And they're going to check the nitrogenous protein or the nitric acid that's in your urine. The higher that number is, the more protein. The lower that number is, the better. A lot of people that switch over to a vegan diet, they say it's too low. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't let them lie. Remember, I did a whole lesson on how they blood charts be lying like a mug when it comes to our people. Don't follow their blood system. You need your blood red, get at Yaqui, get at Kawhi, get at Aniya, get at my team, get at my staff. Don't be having them people read y'all bloods that have you thinking you're dying and you completely healthy. That have you thinking you dying, giving you medicine that's going to kill you, and you be completely healthy because our blood is impossible for our blood to read like theirs. They are biochemically structured and created differently from us. It's impossible. You go in there, they treat you like you go in there, they treat you like a 40-year-old white man. Literally. They in there treating 27-year-old black women like 40-year-old white men. 27-year-old black woman is completely healthy. They say she got HIV because her exosomes are high inside her thymus gland. When nothing is wrong with her, her body was just cleansing itself. But she got HIV. No, she don't. That's why you see all the Africans is high in HIV. Because it's a natural occurrence inside of our cells, y'all. We have to quit these bullshit lies and games when it comes to their allopathic understanding. They don't know what the hell they talking about. So we can't go off everything they say, y'all. We are completely different from them. And I'm not knocking them. This is not a racist game I'm playing, nor am I being racist. These are scientific facts. Y'all need y'all blood red, holla at Yaqui Awaken. We'll read y'all blood correctly for y'all. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Alexis calling your Bond's number going down. That's a good thing. Let's see. That's right, Sarah. Facts are facts. And see, this a Caucasian sister online. She's saying facts are facts. I ain't on her bashing. I ain't on her lying. You just can't knock the truth. We are totally different. Can't knock the truth. And I thank you for pointing that out, Sarah. I thank you for pointing that out. All right, let's keep it going. I don't see nobody have any questions for that. Let's keep it pushing. I think I'm going to do one more question, then I'm going to ask some of y'all's. Matter of fact, I'm going to get back to this, and then I'm going to make sure I spend time. Matter of fact, let me answer this one, because this person really wanted this answered. I'm going to answer this last question, and then I'm going to tend to y'all, family. All right. This says, it says, I would like to know what cleans out the yellow from my eyes and my fingernails. Please tell me what cleans them out. Whenever you're dealing with yellow in eyes and you're dealing with yellow from your fingernails, you're most dealing with a bilirubin. You're dealing with the liver, and you're dealing with the rotten compost of iron phosphate. Whenever iron breaks down, it breaks down into hemoglobin. When hemoglobin breaks down, it breaks down into bilirubin. So you will see it in your eyes, you will see it in your nails, you'll most definitely see it in your skin, unless you're real melanated. You will see it in your skin. So you have an iron problem. Now, this shows that there's nothing wrong with your iron, but this shows you that you're not utilizing your iron correctly. So this is an adrenal problem, because your adrenals is by way of steroids and what brings in iron utilization. So if you're not utilizing iron, iron sits in the body as metal. It's going to rust and break down. When it rusts rust and break down, and hemoglobin break down into a yellow rust color. This is what you call bilirubin. Usually the liver tries to deal with that factor and get it back into the bloodstream, but if it can't get it back into the bloodstream to push it out by way of the spleen and the lymphatic system through your urine, then it literally breaks down and it comes through your skin. Because remember, fontanelles are alternative route of elimination. So now you're seeing it in your nails, and you're seeing it in your eyes, and you're seeing it in your skin, and things, so on and so forth, things like that. So you don't need to have more iron. You don't need to deal with the iron that's in the body. You got to deal with the utilization of the iron. And this is a parasympathetic and a sympathetic nervous system problem by way of messengers, RNA, melanin neurotransmitters, that's literally directly connected directly to your adrenal glands. So you need to heal them adrenal glands. The best thing you need to do is, if you don't have high blood pressure, get you some licorice root. Drink you some licorice root at least 2 times a day. Right? 8 ounces 2 times a day. If the licorice root gonna raise your blood pressure, switch to some wild yam root and drink that 3 times a day. If you want some of my herbs, what you truly need to get is the blood builder and iron nourisher kit and the essential glandular kit. These will really help you out. These 2 kits put together make a hell of a pack, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And that's what you need along with the 3 bitters. My 3 bitters are just a cleanser all. I mean, them 3 bitters literally cleanse everything. If you can add the right herbs with them 3 bitters, I don't care what you got going on, we can get rid of it and change your diet. Make sure your diet can consist of fruits and vegetables. This is nothing too strongly messed up here. So I'm not going to say you got to be on an all fruit diet, but make sure you keep that 80-20 rule when it comes 80% fruit, 20% vegetables, and make sure the fruits and vegetables are always organic and 9 hybrid. And you'll be able to get rid of this shortly. We usually get rid of bilirubin and Jandris type of diseases with like 2-3 weeks. So, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't take long as you follow the protocol in the diet with. If y'all got any questions so far according to that, I'm going to mark this off and we're going to get to these ones next week. The rest of them, because we got a gang of questions, y'all. Any questions according to what I just talked about? This very case we just talked about with the yelling in the eyes and yelling in the nails and things like that. Nat Turner said, what is the 3 bitters? My 3 bitters are these loose leaf roots and leaves that I made, the 3 bitters. And they're the bitterest things on planet Earth. I got the concept from my which is a great teacher of mine, and Dr. Sabi, before he left. They had something called the bitters. So I started really studying their bitters and asking them questions on what they did. And it sparked me to create my own version that I ain't going to say do more, but does a lot of different things than what theirs did. And we made them, we tested them out. Man, we done sold hundreds of thousands of 3 bitters alone. I mean, it will blow your mind how many we sold. And man, they done healed everything. Like them 3 bitters are crazy. We healed cancer with the 3 bitters, breast cancer with the 3 bitters, thyroids with the 3 bitters. Man, we had one thing of herpes with the 3 bitters, sickle cell anemia with the 3. I'm just talking about with the 3 bitters. Now, when you start adding the other herbs to them, man, it's amazing. Now, I'm not saying that the 3 bitters heal everything by themselves, because we seen where people got them and they still have issues. But certain individuals, a lot of certain individuals heal just off the 3 bitters alone and changing their diet. But sometimes you need a more extensive, powerful package. And that's what you call geogenetic therapy. And yes, we copyrighted the word. We own geogenetic therapy. That is y'all key awakened word now. So they can't tell me I can't use that word. We bought it. It's awesome. But geogenetic therapy is when you put all of our herbs together in a systematic approach to heal the whole entire body simultaneously. And it's so potent. It's not daily or nothing. It's just so potent, and people react to the herbs so frightened that we want you in our constant communication and constant care. And that's the reason why you have to be a Melanin Gold member to even look at them packages now, because we want to be in direct contact. And then Kawhi. And then there's so many people. Well, we'll give them a package. They're about geogenetic therapy. It used to be called the amino acid therapy package. They're about amino acid therapy package and have cancer or HIV or something like that and be completely healed. And we ain't heard from them in 2 years. And they finally reached back to us and be like, yeah, I was healed a year ago. And it's like, why you never said nothing? You know what I'm saying? So we want to be in constant contact. That way we get them healing testimonies ASAP. You know what I'm saying? That way we can guarantee y'all healing more than what we guaranteeing now. And that way we have an actual chart in conversation. We tracking everything, poop, fecal matter. We tracking basal tip. We tracking it all the way down from when you was diagnosed with your sickness or your virus, your so-called incurable disease, to it being fully reversed. We need all of that, because I mean, there's so many healing people that we done healed that just get away, and we bump into them. We bump into them on an accident or end up running across an email, and they was healed a long time ago and never said nothing. So it's best that we keep in constant communication when you on these high alkaline herbs. All right, y'all. So what I'm finna do now, I'm finna open up the floor for questions. Them parasites super real, CC. I'm finna open up the floor of questions. Any questions y'all got, I'm gonna answer a few, then I gotta get up out of here. I still gotta put together the rest of my lecture for this weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna answer a few questions. What y'all got for me? Ask me some good stuff. Don't be asking me nothing I talk about all the time. I don't like when y'all do that. Y'all be asking me stuff I answer every week. Ask me some good stuff. Challenge your brother. We start right here. All right, Tisha or Tish Malone. I hope I said your name right, Queen. How to heal hyperthyroidism. Whenever you're dealing with hyperthyroidism, you are dealing with a glandular problem. All right, and you're also dealing with a calcium problem too. In order to truly calm down hyperthyroidism, that's when your thyroid is overly active and it's speeding up. Your TSH, your thyroid hormone stimulator, is just off the charts. That usually make your metabolism speed up too, and it's hard to gain weight. Your skin become very tight, and so many things. The best way to get rid of hyperthyroidism is to calm down the thyroid gland and the parathyroid gland. The best way to calm down the thyroid gland and the parathyroid gland is getting away from all proteins. You got to get off all the meats. Make sure that you're not on any type of lactose, any dairy products. Get up all of that. Take on a fruit diet and a berry diet, high fruits and berries. You can still even eat a little bit of vegetables every now and then with this, but your key is going to be the C. Whenever you're dealing with the thyroid, you're always dealing with the C, because the thyroid deals with your radioactivity. So you need to combat their radioactivity. You're going to need calcium. You're going to need iodine. You're going to need bromines. You're going to need your liquid phosphates. This is what you're going to get from your C. The seas, the oceans. Your best thing to get is kelp glandulars. Make sure you get your kelp, right? Make sure you get some dose, some club moss, and some bladderwrack, right? You can get some sea moss too. You know, sea moss is becoming very, very overrated. And the way they making them now is just crazy. They mass producing them like crazy. We've been getting them tested, man. We just had to refund half of the sea moss cases we just had, because the sea moss ain't even checking out like they used to, because it's been such mass produced on a high level. And it's a damn shame, to be honest with you. So we kind of moving out of the sea moss world. I ain't gonna even lie to you, y'all. I mean, we test all our products, and what we've been finding lately is heartbreaking, for real. So anyways, but you need to go to that C. Get to that C, get you some kelp, get you some dose, get you some club moss and some bladderwrack. And you need that iodine and that iodize in there. That is going to literally coat that sea moss and get your THS levels under check. Make sure that you're checking your whole body, your connective tissue, and you need the glandular kit. Make sure you get the glandular kit, the essential glandular kit off the site, and it will come with all those things I just mentioned. But you have to check your diet. You have to. My question is, are you growing any type of goiters or anything? How your throat looking? How the thyroid is actually looking? Because sometimes, even though it's hyper, you still can grow goiters. How your hair looking? Is your hair falling out? Is your hair thinning? How your nails looking? Like, let me know if your calcium bone factor is right too, because that plays a lot of role in what you truly need. But what we've been seeing is when we go to the sea and we get the sea plants and the sea algae, that's what reverse any type of thyroid disease. And sometimes you do need a glandular, and when you get a glandular, that's on a different topic and subject. If you need one of those, you're gonna have to get them directly from us, and we get them directly from our source, because you got to be careful about using the melanin transmitters of other animals sometimes. But sometimes you do need those to bring back that thyroid, especially if the thyroid is too in a hyperactive stage. So we not extremists, y'all. You know, we make it make sense. We're simplistic in healing, and we make it make sense. All right, what else we got? My bad if I'm missing anybody, y'all. Y'all asking them quick. All right. Serenity says, Yaki, I have a rare tumor on my big toe where my nail is. My nail broke off. I'm 13. How do I heal it? You only 13, baby girl. You need to have your mama and them reach out to me. You need to have your mama and them reach out to me, Serenity. So look, the best thing you need to do to get rid of that tumor, because remember, I was just talking earlier, baby girl, that tumor, your lymphatic system is miles and miles and miles long. yours is at the tip of your toe. So you got a lot of lymphatic vessels to go through before we get it out. So what I would like to do with you is make you some black salve. This black salve have blood root and poke root in it, and we can rub it on that toe and see if we can pull that tumor through the skin. All right, tell your mama and them to email me an email at questions@yakiawaken.com. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the comments. Tell your mama and them to email me a picture of your toe, and you ain't even got to worry about it. I got you. I'm typing this in the comment board for you. Y'all typing in for her too. Questions@yakiawaken.com. yakiawaken.com. All right, there you go. I just put it in there. Questions@yakiawaken.com. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you on an all-fruit diet, and you need to get a salve. While we working on pulling that tumor out of that toe, though, we gonna get your lymphatic system moving. So get on all fruits if you can. All fruits. If it get too vigorous for you, or if it get too complicated and you ain't strong enough to stay on all fruits, which I know you are, but if you can't, then you can eat a little bit of vegetables. But while you're doing that, you need to make sure you're sweating. You need to be doing jumping jacks. You need to do anything to move your lymphatic system. All right. And you need to get on that salve, and you truly need to be on a geogenetic therapy package. A small geogenetic therapy. Matter of fact, you need to be on the protocol. So do that. Email me to that email I just put inside of this chat. Have your mama and your father email me, and we'll come up with something for you can get rid of that tumor that's coming out of your toe. And tell them to send me pictures of your toe and that tumor too. Most likely, if it's that far away from the middle of your kidneys, we ain't gonna even try to wait that long to get it to process and shrink. We're gonna try to pull it through the skin with our salve. And we do that a lot too. We can pull it through the skin, baby girl. So make sure you follow those instructions, baby girl. I don't like hearing stuff like that, you know. What else we got? All right, Jordan can't go, never will. What about blindness? It depends on. So when it comes to blindness, is you blind because of mucous membrane film over your eyes, or colloidal plaque, what they call cataracts over the eyes, or in the back of the optic lobe? Have that nerve been detached, or is that nerve just have a lot of mucoid pack build up on it? So I don't know what's causing the blindness, but one of the main cases that we see when we are going into people that are going blind, we see that it's a lot of mucus built up on the optic nerve on the back of the optic lobe. And we see that it's a lot of mucus film in the eyes. So you most definitely need to be cleansing the glymphatic system. The glymphatic system is the lymphatic system of the head and not of the body. You see what I'm saying? So the glymphatic system is nothing but the lymphatic system. It's just the vessels or the sewage system eliminating path of the brain. And you need to get all that mucus out. You need to have mucus coming from your throat, your ears, your eyes, and your nose. The best way to do that is to literally get you some eye bright, make your own eye bright tea from that, put it in some glass and rinse your eyes every day. And not only that, you need the geogenetic therapeutic package level 1. That way we can cleanse your body of all that systemic acidosis. Because the only thing that's going to make you go blind, that's going to burn you like that, is mucus. The only thing that binds chemistry and bodies together like that is proteins, protons, is mucus, is acid. The acid northerly side of chemistry is what causes all of these pains, all these illnesses, not the alkaline side. But don't get me wrong, too much alkalinity can kill you. Now, a lot of people been asking this question lately. Yaki, when you say too much alkalinity, or you saying too much alkaline foods can kill me and I can die of alkalosis? No. You can never in your life eat too many alkaline foods. Your whole entire body, deoxyribose nucleic acid. Your DNA is made of acid. Ribose nucleic acid. Well, your messenger RNA is made of acids. You see that? When you eat, you have a metabolic acid process through all your food. In your metabolic process, your body is made in alkalinity, but it functions in acidity. It functions in an acid medium spectrum. So if anything, only thing you should ever be eating is alkaline. That's what's going to keep you balanced. When I talk about alkalosis, you can die of alkalosis. I'm talking about when your blood changes when your blood goes to a too high of an alkaline spectrum. And that's through oxygen therapy. When you getting hooked to the machines and they feeding you all them oxygen therapy, hydrogen peroxide therapy, with people drinking all them hydrogen. That stuff will alkaline your blood. And if your blood go over that 7.45, hey, you can die of alkalosis. If it go below, you can die of acidosis. But I'm never talking about eating. You can eat as many alkaline foods all you want. That's just nothing. That's going to bring balance of homeostasis to the bilateral vehicle that we call the body. See what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's what I think about the blindness though. Get the geogenetic therapy with the eye bright on the side. Make sure you become a melanin member to even get if it's you. Well, it must be you talking to somebody. Make sure you get them the geogenetic therapy, but you have to become a melanin member because we want to stay in contact with you along this cleansing process. We'll hook you up into the herbalist portal, and I'm saying let's get you going. All right, I'm gonna answer one more, family. I'm gonna answer one more. Let me see what we got. Let me see what we got. I'm trying to find a good one, y'all. Hold on. Here go a good one right here. Dang, I just had another one. What was that pancreatic one? My bad. I'm gonna answer that pancreatic one too because I clicked on it. But this one was talking about get rid of toenail fungus. First, we got to see what fungus is. So what is fungus? Fungus is nothing but bad microbes playing 8 different roles in the body. Fungus produces mold. So your fungus is literally nothing but bad bacteria. So if you have fungus growing from you, that's a bad bacterium problem. And it's full of bad bacteria. So you need probiotics. The 3 bitters will help you out. What you do is you make the 3 bitter teas and you put your nails in there. Not only do you drink it, but the other ones you just make like little pots and you add some sea salt to it and you sit your nails and your toenails into them 3 bitters with them sea salts in there. Do that for at least 30 minutes a day until your nails start turning back to its regular color. But we got to get rid of that fungus that's building up in the blood and that's building up through the lymphatic vessel and especially the hepatic duct because the fungus literally starts in the gut. That's what the bacteria does. In order for your food to break down, it has to become fungus first. That's the whole point of the bacteria and of the microbiota inside of the belly. That's what breaks down the food, fungus. That's why if you see a rotten apple, notice in order for that apple to become rotten, it turns into a fungi. If it goes too long, then it turns into mold. And that mold can actually cause death of the cell. So we got to get it before it turns into mold. Now, the reason why it's turned into a fungus is because your body is being tricked as it's not using the food. So if the body's not using the food, then what the gut micro is going to do is going to go to wherever this food is utilized at, which is into the bloodstream that's in the fingers, and it's going to say, let's break this shit down. So it's breaking it down into a fungi. Meaning, remember the stages you have. So you have microbes. Microbes actually go through a thing called enterophorosis, where they actually bring the nutrients to the roots from the soil to the roots of the plant, and then they bring it into the stem of the plant, then they bring it into the leaves. Now you have something called the ripening stage or your nitrogenous stage. These same microbiotas does this. They go into the fruit and then they ripen the fruit. Now they are on the skin of the fruit, they in the middle of the fruit. Then you eat the fruit. When you eat the fruit, you eating all the microbiota or the microbes with the fruit. Then it goes into your stomach. Now the rows keep switching with the microbes. Now its thing is to break down the food with your hydrochloric acid. So now they're breaking down the food. Now it's leftover residue from the food that's in your stomach. So now they have to ferment it. It goes into something called fermentation. Well, this fermentation, after that stage, they play another role. They turn it into fungus. After it goes into fungus, they turn it into another role. They turn it into mold. After it goes into mold is the death, the last stage of the cell. It turns into dust, and then from ashes to dust to dust. Now that dust becomes atoms again, and the same process happen again. So what we're seeing is you stuck in your process. You're stuck in a fermentation fungus process. And the reason why is because your gut and your blood. So we have to cleanse your gut and your blood, but we also have to cleanse the epiderm or the exterior tissue of your cells. So make sure you get the 3 bitters and make sure you get some parasite eliminations, the parasite bundle, because if you technically look at fungus, it acts like a parasite. It leeches on the shit and it sucks all the nutrients out and it's steady ripening, fermenting, going through its fungus mold stage. So we got to kill that. So the best way to kill that is with the 3 bitters. Use them 3 bitters, make them all together, put them in a pot and put some sea salt in there, stick your toes and your fingernails in there 30 minutes a day. Not only that, order another 3 bitters and take that along with the 3 bitters that you're taking as the tea, and you're doing the other ones that's putting your fingernails and your feet in. I used to have toenail fungus, y'all. Don't have it no more because I did this. Not only you're doing that, you're going to do what? Parasite elimination bundle. And man, that'll knock that right on out of there. But make sure that you fix your digestion, because if things are turning into fermentation and then this fermentation is turning into fungus, that means you're not properly breaking down your foods correctly and you're not absorbing them. So anything that you're not absorbing, that leftover shit just get left in your stomach. And then when it do go into the bloodstream, it's already into fermentation stage. The last stage of the next stage between fermentation is fungus. Then fungus turn to mold, and mold turn into death. So you're stuck in a stage of what would I call body processing evolution. You stuck in one of them body processing stage, and that's because you're not properly digesting your foods well, and it's probably because you're eating the wrong foods. probably soon. So you don't need no mushrooms. You don't need no overly ripe fruits right now. None of that. Your fruit need to be just perfect. Perfect. That way it's not feeding to the problem. I hope I was able to answer that for you. All right, family. Love that pic, bro. All praises. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. A beautiful sister, man. Beautiful sister did this for me. We got Dr. Layla Africa on the left. You got me in the middle, of course, and then you got Dr. Sadie, man. They inspired me so much, man. Learned a lot from them, man. Yeah, man. I be coming down here just looking at this picture, just looking. And then she also inside of my restaurant, she also painted the whole entire wall inside my restaurant all black excellence. Malcolm X gonna be on my wall. You know what I'm saying? Kali Muhammad gonna be on my wall. You know what I'm saying? Huey P. Newton gonna be on my wall. Everybody, all the young mini messiahs that came through this matrix gonna be on my restaurant walls. That's gonna be painted with melanin black faces, y'all. All praises. All praises, family. Look, so I love y'all deep in the truth. If y'all learned some knowledge and it was simplistic for y'all, it wasn't too complicated, type in some nines for me. If y'all want to keep these videos going every Tuesday and every Wednesday, because sometimes I miss Tuesdays, I'll be so busy, type in some nines for me. Let me see them nines. Put them nines in the building. Put them nines in the building. She did capture the emotions, didn't she, Rochelle? She did a very, very good job. She did a very good job. All praises, all praises, all praises. So look, family, choose today to change your diet. Choose today to change your lifestyle. Choose today to set up boundaries for yourself. Choose today that you're not going to allow any negativity into your life, into your atmosphere, into your reality. Choose today to change what you put in your mouth. Love yourself enough to change what you're doing to your body. Love yourself enough to read the ingredients before you eat something. Love yourself enough to check the ingredients before you rub something into your absorbent skin. You see that? Love yourself enough to make sure that you're not showering in this messed up water. Spend that little money that you're spending on Jordans, that you're spending on video games, that you're spending on bullshit foods and clothes and name brands, and invest in a filtration system. See that? Invest in yourself. Love yourself enough to invest in you. You know, health is truly wealth. You would never be able to experience the wealth if you dying. It's a lot of dead people that they had to leave their riches and fortunes and fame back to the next person that they worked hard of because they was too focused on the bag and not on their body, not on their mind, not on their soul, not on their spirit. You see that? So look, I love you. If you love yourself, put in the chat right now that you love yourself. I type mine first. I love myself. I love myself and I love my cells. Let me know that you love yourself. Let me know. Let me know now. You got to choose the day to do that. All right. I love myself. I'm not going to eat nothing that's going to harm my body. I'm not going to eat milk, dairy products that's going to bring on a mucosal membrane that's going to cause me asthma and all types of respiratory disease. I love myself enough and I love my children enough not to stick a hamburger in their mouth because I know that hamburger byproducts is acidic and it's going to burn them and they're going to pay for it in the end. I love myself enough to make sure I'm not in a messed up relationship. I love myself enough to know what I'm putting on my skin is going to be 100% and my skin ain't going to be absorbing all these azo dyes. I love myself enough to not be cleaning my house with bleach and all these different products that's going to kill my lymphatic system, which they mistakenly call the immunological system. I love myself enough to make sure I'm surrounded by the right positive people that's going to motivate me, that's going to teach me the game, that's going to help push me forward. I love myself enough to watch what I'm laying down with. I'm just not going to put my penis in everything. You see that? You should love yourself enough to not let every man run up in you. Man, you should love yourself enough to stop acting like the dog with the pink thing hanging out and just going and reproducing with everything. You see that? I love myself enough to learn from the mistakes that I have made in the past. You see that? There is no past, there is no present. There is no past, there is no future. There only is the present, and that's the now. So right now we can change our lives. Right now we can just make a conscious decision to say no more bad food, no more alcohol, no more of these meat proteins that's killing our people. See that? No more talking crazy. No more just spitting out idle words. From now on, my words are going to be purposeful. From now on, when I speak, it's going to have a message that's attended, that's behind there. From now on, when I see my brothers, they get hugs instead of handshakes. And now when I see my sisters, they get love. You see what I'm saying? It's time to change our perception on the reality. But we can't be planning in the future to do it because it never get done. The future don't exist right now. The past is gone. Only thing that exists is now, the present now. So let's change now. And if you want to change now, tell you that you love yourself. Look in the mirror, look in wherever, and let yourself know, look, I love me. I love myself enough to do better. And that's what these lives are for. These lives are to push y'all and to motivate y'all and to inspire y'all to be different, to be the God that Yahweh intended you to be. You are not a human. You are not just a regular man. You are from the heavens. You're from the Zulu, Amuzulu, the people of the heavens, the sky people. Yes, or in Hebrew, we call it the Hashemayim, the heavens. That's where you're from. You're from the heavens. We are gods. We need to start truly acting like it. And the best way you can start is with your diet. With your diet, family. So with that being said, I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share, make sure y'all comment, put this on everybody's Facebook, on YouTube, everywhere. All right, let them know it's only up from here. Every weekend we pushing out this information. Every weekend I'm gonna motivate y'all. I'm gonna push y'all. I'm gonna yell at y'all, and I'm gonna cuss y'all out because that's how much I love y'all. So look, hey, peace, love, happiness, and healing, family. Shalom, shalom, peace.